on all the planets. It would just cost too much to go to the moon and mine gold, you know. Here, we have found 3/4 of the gold that's on the planet already. There's about 1/4 left. Alright? That doesn't mean there's a shitload left. But if I think I heard Fort Knox, just a staggering number of pounds of gold that the United States has in Fort Knox. Like unbelievable gold, you know? So all those metals, and you check it out yourself, you look it online, where does the gold come from? It's going to tell you from space. It was all rained down. And that's why certain parts of the country has more of it than others. Like Alaska, California, you know, probably farther out into the Pacific, you know, it's gone down. It's just like a meteor shower that hits a planet. It's almost like a rain shower. It starts out light, you know, and we're turning at the same time. The Earth is turning, and they're coming in, and the Earth is turning, and then you get to the heavy part of the storm, you know. So wherever that's hitting on the Earth, that's where the most gold's gonna be found. You follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's how all these metals have been is deposited in Earth. It just smashed into the Earth, you know what I mean? And it all goes down to the bedrock. And that's why you always find gold in a rocky place, because that's the tectonic plates that make these mountains. They push the mountains up, you know, the tectonic plates. Well, it's, as you see cracks in it, that's the gold's going to be closer, because it's been pushed up from the bedrock, you know. So I know you don't believe me, and I want you to look at it. It all comes from space. I couldn't believe it. I know.
Does that look like snow?
Yeah, definitely. I've seen that 50 miles ago. We were still before Las Vegas. I seen that. You know how high that's gotta be? That's gotta be. I mean, well, then again, of course, Mount Humphrey is 12,000 feet. You know, that's gotta be right around in that range.
World famous. Right.
36 miles.
This is nice. Nice wash. Did a good job on that.
find something like that. And then when you get up to the top, you can hit the rest of the shit, you know? You can find that one path. There's a place between Prescott and People's Valley, and it's through the National Forest, and you go around this curve and you can see that there's something there. There's, I mean, it's about from here to that peak over there away. And you can see there's a peak there, a pyramid, or not a pyramid, but a point, you know, and there's two trees that set between it. So I used to go on Google, I used to go on, you name it, and I would look for roads, figuring there had to be a way to get to that thing, you know, and I could never find it. So one day I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go find this thing. So it took me 3 tries. I went down 2 trails and it ended up, it wasn't even close to me getting there. But the second one I seemed to be, looked like a frame of wood. So I went to the third one and it had tracks down it where an automobile had been, you know, but probably 50 or 100 years ago. Enough to where it was, you could see it was a track, you know. And I come across somebody that's working on a mine and shit, you know. I mean, literally, they had a ladder going down in the hole, a platform where they could go up and back and forth. And so I went on past that, and I kept on going where I thought I was supposed to go. And I look up and I said, man, that looks like a mine up there, you know, that looks like tailings or something. And, oh, that looks like a trail right there, you know, and I get there and it'd be just a walk or a fucking rock formation, some shit like that, you know. So I finally end up making to some mountain, and as I'm getting to the top, I'm looking back south. Here comes a thunderstorm. I mean, a dark one too, right? And I finally get to the top. I'm about 200 or 300 feet from where I wanted to be. I found it. It was a rock formation, maybe 6, 8 feet high. Somebody had stacked stones on top of it. You know what I mean? Why, I don't know. And there was a light actually on it, but it had been, it's a solar light, it had been old, fell off. So, you want one of those 5-hour energy things?
No.
Pretty
This
good.
is just because I'm doing nothing.
It's a long drive. I can drive too if you want.
I mean, I can drive 3 days at a time. That's